Now, it's not often that an Irish and an English football legend would be backing the same team. But when it comes to supporting the Marie Keating Foundation, Steve Staunton and Ian Wright have combined to show their support for the worthy cause. And I caught up with them and comedian Stan Boardman to hear why the foundation is so important to them. Ian, Steve and Stan, thank you very much for chatting to us today on Ireland AM. And a great occasion here for the Marie Keating Foundation, and I know, Ian, you've been supporting it many years, and you've all been supporting it, and how important it is for you to come over.
Well, firstly, it's always a pleasure to come over. Ronan is somebody I've known for a few years now, and it's very privileged to be able to come over when he invites me to come over and try and support him whichever way I can. So, you know, it's a great golf day, it's a great evening, and you know, it's a fantastic cause.
And I mean, Steve and Stan, both of you have been affected by losing loved ones to cancer. Your dad.
Yeah, I think if you look at anybody, everybody's been touched by it. We all know what goes on, and what the Keating family have done over the last 20 years is fantastic for this country. And we're privileged to have great celebrities, you know, come across the water from all corners of the world and help with their profile and everything. And you know, it really is a great cause. And like Ian said, it's a great day for us. But more importantly, it's about raising money and keeping things going and moving forward. And they've done fantastic over the 20 years.
And Stan, your sister unfortunately passed away from cancer last year while you were here.
Yes, while I was here.
You were here at this occasion.
Yeah. And she was over in Canada. She'd emigrated to Canada, and we got a call. And we knew that she was having a lot of treatment over in Canada, and we got the call that she'd passed away, which, you know, was very sad.
Yeah.
And my mother also, Lily Boardman, she had 10 kids, my mother, and she sort of raised us all, lived to, well, 70 odd, and finished up with the cancer in the hospital in Liverpool. I know it's different over here in Ireland because you've got so many little villages over here, and it's very hard for people in Ireland to get to the main hospital. So this is a great charity
where the mobile units can get to
those
those
villages. The mobile
villages,
units can get to these little places where people can't get to Dublin, to the hospitals.
We have the footballers here, but we know you as a comedian in the UK, but you started out in football, didn't you?
I played for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I was on Liverpool's books for 2 years, Bill Shankly saw me play and he said, you make a better comedian.
He was right.
He was wrong.
He was right.
He was wrong. No, he was wrong.
I mean, the World Cup that's just gone by, England's performance, I mean, were you amazed at it? Were you not surprised?
No,
were you going...
Everyone was surprised, but at the same time, you know, we can't like hide the fact that we had a very good draw.
Favorable.
Favorable draw, and it was exciting because it was the first time we'd won a penalty shootout in the World Cup competition, and everybody just kind of got really carried away with it, and it was quite exciting for us. And I thought it was a little bit unfair that people were caning me because I was getting excited that England were doing well. Now,
You've got to get excited.
You've got to get excited. You know, it was an unbelievable
Are we talking
run.
about anybody?
But our Ireland, our Ireland AM viewers are wondering about you and Roy then.
Yeah.
And what's the spat? Do you like each other? Do you hate each other? Do you love each other?
Absolutely, I absolutely adore working. We spent, you know, because we was over in Russia for like 6 weeks, and you know, Roy came back for a week, and that, but we literally spent 6 weeks together.
Yeah.
It was, and the reason why things spill over on the television with me and Roy, because we're
Passionate.
we're passionate blokes, and you know, he's not going to sit there and listen to people usualising about England and how great they're doing when he believes that it's not as exciting as it should be. And you know, I think that he was right on his side, and I was right on my side. It's brilliant.
And Steve, what about Ireland then? I mean, when you see how England do, it's sort of when you get there, if you qualify, you can get a favourable draw like that and do really well. So do you think there is a chance for us to go forward again and reclaim those glory days?
Well, the big thing for our boys, we need to get more players playing at a higher level, whether it's in England, on the continent. I think our boys have suffered, like the English boys, they've suffered in England itself because of all the foreign influx. You know, all these players are coming in, there's foreign managers. So, you know, our lads are pushed down the pecking order because you have foreign coaches, foreign managers,
Foreign owners.
foreign owners, exactly. So, you know, I actually quite like the fact that I've seen more Irish and English boys, jocks and Welsh boys, they're starting to go abroad.
Yeah.
They're playing on the continent. And that'll improve them no end, because they have the physicality. What we're probably lacking is that technique. So they'll learn that quicker playing abroad, and they're under the radar.
But listen, lads, thank you so much for coming along and talking to us, and thank you for continuing to support the charity, because I know it means a lot to everybody here and for the whole foundation. So thank you.
Thank you.
They were nice lads, weren't
Three
they?
lovely guys, and as I was saying, Ian and Steve and Stan come over every year to support the charity with Ronan. Thanks very much. What's that? You all right there now? They come over every year to support the charity with Ronan.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's great.
That they have that reach and that they're willing to come over from the UK. It's just fantastic.
Well, look, they're affected like so many other people.
Is there anybody or any family that hasn't been touched by it, you know?
No.
Well,
Actually, Joe, you were saying to me that Stan Boardman, who's been around for donkey's years, you were saying, what age is he?
80.
He's 80.
Yeah, he looks
fantastic, doesn't he?
Phenomenal for it.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing right.
And was there and telling jokes to everybody and going around tables and just been lovely. And everybody, there was a lovely atmosphere, and I think that's what the Keating family create on the night, and I think that's why people come over. And they do realise the work that they have been doing over the years, like 20 years since the family's mum died, since Marie died. And so it's like, you know, you just sort of, you feel like, you know, that I've lost a brother and a sister. But as I said to Ronan the other day, I don't think we could have got up and sort of said, like, let's do this and
what they did.
let's do that. Like, I mean, it takes real sort of commitment and courage to do that.
And expose yourself day in, day out, day out to the fight and the struggle that some people are facing.
And
That's
also,
not easy either.
And also, he would have invested his own money at the beginning to get that up and running.
People
tend to forget that.
Yeah, like
and
just
I think
to
he
get the whole foundation
huge kudos
up and
for
going,
that, because as I said before, and he seems to have a lot of critics for whatever reasons, and I don't think he gets a fair press a lot of the time. And when you do something like that, I'm not saying put him up there, but he got off his ass and did it.
Well, they've built an institution, and they've done it on their own.
And a wonderful one.
You know?
With very little government support.
No.
Very minuscule.
To get this, and you see the units that are going around, but they do schools programs where they bring people into schools to talk about cancer and spotting cancer early and stuff like that. And these are the type of things that if a young person is in school and knows these facts, then you sort of we don't know how much prevention that is causing the state, like, you know, and the money that's saving the state.
We had the most incredible case study here this morning. Tom Murphy, the loveliest man. So he was.
I met his wife. His wife is outside as well.
Lovely as well.
Yeah, still out there. Was hello to you both. And for him, it was early detection was key, and then getting the right therapy. But if his son hadn't spotted the
and had a friend who was a surgeon.
Had a friend who was a surgeon, said, "Will you take a look at Dad? Get that seen to."
Wow.
You know, there's two huge slices of luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
By the way, the money that you're donating this morning so generously, this is all going to the Comfort Fund.
Yeah.
And one of the things that happens with people who go through all of this is that apart from being hit by the cancer diagnosis and all the expense that goes with that, there's all the ancillary expense. There's the fact that they might not be able to work. There's the getting to and from wherever it is they are to the
as
medical
well as the everyday
establishment.
bills, your mortgage, your electricity, your food, your family.
So this is a fund which the Marie Keating Foundation have for people who are in extremis financially as a result of a cancer diagnosis. So that's what this money that we're trying to raise this week is specifically going towards.
Can you imagine the stress of being told that you've cancer and going through that, and then having the worry that I mightn't be able to pay the mortgage, the bills are building up, I mightn't be able to put food on the table.
We had lovely Bernie on the couch yesterday, who had two, now they were grown-up kids, but she was the only earner in the house. She couldn't work for a year. Her company were very good to her for 6 months, but after that,
they said we can't
keep
going.
I think she said it took her 5 years to get back and pay back all the money.
Yeah. So and as always, we can't thank you enough, because our Ireland viewers are just so amazing. And if you can, we've already reached halfway to our target of 20,000. But if you'd like to help us this morning, if you have your phone in the house, tell your friends, just text Marie to 50300. That's 50300 to donate €4. And as I said, it is going to the Comfort Fund to help people who are struggling with cancer and bills right around the country at the moment. So thank you so much.
Thank you.